Welcome to Power Fridays Live, the channel that aims to make a difference in the world through transformation, spiritual growth, and for entrepreneurs. Our vision is to empower individuals to live their lives with purpose and to make a positive impact on the world. We believe that power and purpose are the driving forces behind success and fulfillment in both personal and professional life. Through our broadcast, we discuss business strategies and techniques that can help entrepreneurs achieve their goals and take their business to the next level. We believe that through sharing knowledge and experience, we can empower each other to succeed and make a difference in the world. Now here's our host, Janelle Pulley.
There you go. Go right in.
Thank you for joining us tonight with Power Fridays Live. I'm your host, Janelle Pulley, and I have my co-host with me tonight. I'm Devon Joseph, and a wonderful, wonderful coach and certified wellness healer, Moneca Vance. So we do thank you and welcome. How are you doing this evening, Devon?
I'm doing great, Janelle. Welcome to episode one. What is this? 169, Janelle. Congratulations. It's great to be here. We're in 169, and we have someone that's a spiritual healer with us for 169. Isn't that something? We have a special guest. Janelle, I'll give you the floor. You can go ahead and introduce her while I get ready here.
Well, Moneca, I'm super excited to have you with us this evening. And I understand that you hold a degree in psychology and a diploma in adult education from the British Columbia Ministry of Education. And you completed training in many healing modalities. And you've studied with some of the most accomplished healers and spiritual leaders in the world today. So I'm very excited to learn more about you tonight. So as we get started, please tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Okay, thank you so much, Thank you for having me. My name is Moneca Vance. My company is called Radiant New Era Wellness. And I live in British Columbia on the Pacific Coast in Canada. My background, I've always been interested in development and healing. But what really brought me into where I am today was going through some major chronic pain. I know what it's like to be in a wheelchair. I know what it's like to have to use a cane. I had to do that for decades. It started in 1993 when I got the flu, but I just never recovered from it. And I was to the point where I was really only functional and awake for about 2 hours a day. I developed into widespread pain in my joints and muscles. And within 2 months, I developed autoimmune problems. And I was in really bad shape. I tried pretty well everything there was out there, medical specialists, physiotherapists, massage therapists, naturopaths, Reiki. I was a Reiki master at the time myself, and many, many, many more things. And they all helped. They all helped a bit, and they kept me kind of functioning, but I never really recovered. Mm-hmm. And then it wasn't until 2010 when I went to a workshop and met Dr. and Master Jigong Shah, that I started working with his modalities, and I actually began to recover. It was because of the effectiveness of his healing modalities that I went on to become certified in several of them. I learned to write a type of one-stroke calligraphy that brings in the source light. I became a Hands healer and several more. And it was during this period that I realized that I actually could live a life without chronic pain. And that was really a breakthrough for me. because I guess I had gotten into the mindset without even realizing it, that this was my life now and it wasn't going to change. So it was really major for me at the time. So, and that's why I support clients, and I deal mostly with people with chronic pain, to help them overcome whatever it is that's holding them back from living a happier and healthier life. I can sort of give them a roadmap, so to speak, as to how to overcome their obstacles and challenges.
Oh, great. Well, that sounds phenomenal, because right now my hands are full of joint pain because I type all day long, and then I'm like, oh gosh, I need to massage my hands and my joints in my hands, and it's only my hands affected. So maybe we can practice a little bit later in the interview, and you can share with me a modality that can support in that regard.
Yes, absolutely. I was thinking too, because you do have a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of focus on business and finance. I could also talk a little bit about the background of what happens, and then do lead a practice that would help them as well.
Okay, so we're here to release some blockages, some things that we have in our way to keep our to support our healing process. And
right.
So what strategies and principles have been very important to the success of your business as being a healer? I know that's a lot of questions.
I'm just thinking how best to answer that. I think I guess it's a way of looking at things. This book is called Tao Science, and it was created by Dr. and Master Jigong Shah, who's my teacher, and Dr. Rulin Shu, who is a quantum physicist and string theorist, and working on the grand unification theory. So what the basic principle that they talk about is that we are all created of information, energy, and matter. So we know matter. Our bodies are made of matter. We can see it. We can touch it. Yes. Energy we can't see, but it runs through our body. It runs through the meridians and the pathways, the spaces of our body. And we know our energy of how it relates to our physical, because energy is like the actioner. So if we have high energy, we're much more active. We have more energy to do things. And then the information includes the soul, the heart, and the mind. Mm. And there's a pathway, they call it the 5 pathways of creation, where information can move into all of these different areas, and blockages can be created in the different areas. And how we create blockages, for instance, on a heart level, if you're focused on love, forgiveness, gratitude, you're creating a lot of positive energy, a lot of positive information in your life. Yes. If your focus is more on competition, jealousy, anger, sadness, depression, there's a lot of negative being created. And then similarly with your mind, if your mind is focused on imagination, creative thinking, discipline, etc., you're creating positive information. Yes. And if it's focused on negative mindsets, negative beliefs, negative attitudes, ego, attachments, you're creating negative information. And so we all have this. We all have positive and negative information in our soul, heart, mind, energy, and body. And we're all human. That's what we're made of. But when it becomes too much, when the negative becomes too much, then we start creating obstacles and blockages in any aspect of life. So it can be on the physical aspect of life. It starts slowing down the energy, the information between cells don't work as well, and it can manifest then in actual physical disease in the body.
So with your experience with what you were going through, were you able to tap into what that was for you and why you had the experiences throughout your journey of the illnesses for that time?
Well, that's what's so beautiful about this way of working, is we don't have to know. We don't have to know what the negative information is. It's obviously there is some, because we're having a problem in some area of our life, but we don't have to know what it is. We just have to connect to, and with Tao science, connection is a very big thing, to connect to something of a higher vibration and allow that to help to dissolve the blockages. So, for instance, a lot of your readers may have experienced this in physics class, where I don't know if you did or not, but you would take a tuning fork and you bang a tuning fork and it vibrates at a certain level. And then you take another tuning fork and put it up to it, and the second tuning fork will vibrate at that same level. Did you have that experiment when you were in school?
Well, I dodged physics class. I dodged everything after I had to dissect a frog when it came to science. After the frog that got me, and so I dodged physics class. But I do understand, what you're saying. So, Devon, what about you? Was physics in your wheelhouse?
Man, I love science and anything within that area. So yes, I know exactly what Monica is talking about.
Okay, great.
So what we want to do is we want to connect to something that has a higher vibration, and let that transform our blockages. And Master Sha has many modalities that help us do that. Connecting to higher souls also help us do that, through practices and through prayer. There you're connecting to a higher soul that can bring in a higher light to help to transform things. I should maybe tell you a little bit more about Master Sha and his background. He is a renowned healer, transformational leader. He's a Tao Grand Master. He's a worldwide humanitarian, and he's the creator of Tao calligraphy and the Tao calligraphy healing field, as well as Tao song and Tao water, and much more. He's written over 30 books, 11 of which were New York Times bestseller, and he's trained now thousands of healers and practitioners around the world. He's a grand master of many disciplines, including Tai Chi, Qigong, Kung Fu, Tai Ching, Feng Shui. He was an MD in China and a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine in China and in Canada. And he's the founder of the Love, Peace, Harmony Foundation, which is dedicated to helping families worldwide live happier and healthier lives. He's received many, many awards and accolades around the world for his humanitarian work and for his calligraphy excellence. And now his original calligraphies are now selling for like $500,000. And his work, what he's been teaching us, there's been 19 clinical studies now that are proving the efficacy of these healing modalities. And one of them was in a hospital where it decreased the hospital stay by 50%, which is really big. Yeah. And other studies significantly show the improvement in the pain intensity. So what Master Sha teaches is that everything and everyone has a soul. And if we heal the soul first, the heart, mind, and body will follow. So he works with light. He works with bringing in the light to transform something. So, do you have any other questions, or do any of your listeners have any questions before we move on maybe to a practice?
Well, I don't see any comments right now, but we would like for you to like, follow, and share this video when you come across it, and tune into Power Fridays in that regard. So I'm very interested in learning more about the modalities that you learned with the Tao science. And before we jump into that, and would you mind sharing a specific lesson or advice that aspiring entrepreneurs can keep in mind when they're building their own ventures, in learning more about how their health is reflected in their business?
A couple of things I'd like to share there. First of all, everything we think, everything we say, everything we do is either creating positive information in the world or negative information in the world. And those things affect ourselves and our business. Mm-hmm. So it's just something to be aware of, that sometimes we do something and we don't think, anybody's paying attention, but our soul is always paying attention, and it does affect us. The second thing I would share is I don't have to tell anybody that our world is becoming a very different place. Yes. And I think we're moving into an era where service to other people is very, very important. So no matter what the business is, the more you can bring in service of some kind to your fellow human being, the better it is for everyone.
I agree. Anything for you, Devon?
Man, really, really, really interesting. I was reading. Well, I study emotions a lot. Actually, there's a great documentary on Netflix, E-Motions, and they go into some of the stuff you're talking about, and how they go into the whole energy and all that stuff. So this is really interesting. Empowerment is central to your work for new business owners and entrepreneurs. What foundation advice do you offer to build resilience and sustain their venture, especially in challenging time like these?
To build resilience in a business? Well, first of all, I fully will say I am not a business person per se. Right. I have a business because that's the vehicle for me to help people. So to give business advice is not really my area of expertise.
No, but not necessarily advice, more from the spiritual perspective, because we know that when you're in business, it takes up a lot of your time, energy. It could drive you crazy. Sometimes people need that, that spiritual foundation to be able to get through it. So trying to get you to, kind of give them something along those lines, because business can be very challenging, especially with all the different things that's going on. Even my stock investors, we were in a stock last week, and the government the government made an announcement and the stock went straight down, which had a lot of people emotional, right? Like the damn government. Right? But but it trust the spirit and our emotion and all this energy around us have an effect on how we do business, whether we know it or not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And to that, I would say the most important thing is to make sure you're bringing in higher vibrational light on an ongoing daily basis so you can help to balance out some of those negativities. And one of the best ways I found for that, I studied Tao calligraphy under Master Sha and learned how to write Tao calligraphy and that carries the source light. But Master Sha has, so I can do that for clients. But Master Sha also has many, many calligraphies that are available in books or in cards that are very reasonably priced. So you can get a book, and this was the book I was thinking of doing a practice with this for. It's called Soul Over Matter. It was a New York Times best-selling, and it was with Master Jigong Cha and Adam Markle, who is an expert in business. And in this book, there is a calligraphy.
Okay, I see it. That's gorgeous.
So anybody can purchase a book and use the calligraphies in the book. They all contain light. And by tracing them, we bring in light to shift the negative blockages in our life. So Tao calligraphy is wonderful. There's also other modalities as well. Master Sha has like Tao Song and Tao Water. And there's a lot. If you want to know more about what's offered through Master Sha, his website is simply drsha.com. And you can learn more there. But basic principle is bringing in higher vibrational light, right? And calligraphy is just an easy, fun way to do that.
Okay. Well, you did mention before we got started that you'll provide a practice for us, which I'm excited to participate in, Moneca. And what do I need to prepare to be ready for this?
Well, have we got? I set my timer and it kind of stopped. So do we have about 6 minutes?
Yes, we do.
Okay, let's do that then. I will just lead you, and everyone that's watching, please follow along. And I would love it if after the practice you could contact Janelle and let her know what your experience was, or if you have any questions. So for this one, because it's a focus on business and finance, I'm going to use this book called Soul Over Matter. And I'm going to do a practice, lead you through a practice in this book. So the first thing we do is body power. It doesn't matter how we position our body so that the energy flows freely. So you want to sit up straight as you are able. Put one hand on your navel, put one hand just below your navel, and put the other palm over your heart. The lower abdomen is the source for our energy, stamina, vitality, and immunity. It's our power center. And the heart is the source for greatest love. It is also the place that houses business and financial blockages in the heart. So one hand over the heart, one hand below in the lower abdomen. The heart also houses the mind and the soul. So we're going to say hello. This is called the soul power. We're going to say hello to inner souls, which are our own souls. Master Sha teaches that everything and everyone has a soul. So your liver has a soul, your heart has a soul. So we're going to connect to our inner souls, and we're also going to connect to outer souls. So connecting to the inner souls, just close your eyes and follow along. Dear the soul, heart, mind, and body of myself. Just let yourself really connect. And dear the soul, heart, mind, and body of my finances and business. And go ahead and name your business if you have one.
Public agency. Yes. Rise Up and Thrive Media Group.
Okay. I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. And really feel the love and appreciation for your business.
I love you. I honor you. I appreciate you.
You have the power to remove soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter blockages of my finance and business. Do a great job. Thank you. And now we're going to say hello to the outer souls. And I'm going to use fairly genetic ones here, but if you have a particular saint or Buddha that you're very connected to, you would add them. So I'm going to say, dear the source, dear heaven and Mother Earth, dear saints in heaven and on Mother Earth, dear Tao calligraphy and greatest love, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please bless my finances and business. I am extremely grateful. Thank you. So you notice in the first when we're saying hello to the inner souls, we're like giving it an order. We're saying, do a good job. When we're talking to the outer souls, we're very respectful, and we're asking. I am very grateful. Thank you. And for the mind power, we're visualizing beautiful golden light in and around the heart. And then we're going to chant. First, we're just going to chant. I'm going to hold the Tao calligraphy up.
Okay. So I can open my eyes.
And I just want you to put your hand up like this towards the calligraphy, and just leave one hand on your heart and the other hand put up towards the calligraphy, and just absorb the light coming from the calligraphy to your heart and see golden light in your heart. And then we're going to chant greatest love, and also Da I, which is Chinese, meaning greatest love. So we'll chant both. We'll start with greatest love. Greatest love, 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 greatest love. Love melts all blockages. Just see the golden light through your whole heart. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. And now we'll chant Da-I for a while. Da-I, Da-I,
Die,
Da-I,
die, die, I, die, I, die, I.
Da-I, Da-I, Da-I.
Die,
Now just close your eyes for a moment and feel your heart. Just notice if anything is happening there. And just keep your eyes closed, and I'm going to keep chanting for you. Da-I, Da-I. Thy greatest love, thy greatest love, thy greatest love. My greatest love. And now open your eyes, and this time I'm going to have you trace the calligraphy. To trace the calligraphy, we put all 5 fingertips together like this. So you're connecting to all of the 5 elements in the body. And then you just go the path. It's sort of weird for me because it's backwards, right? Just go the path. This one, oh, actually, sorry, I'm gonna back. We're gonna do this because I was on actually greatest forgiveness. That's okay.
Okay, to the left. Okay, there we go.
Easier.
Oh, that's big. Okay.
The thing to remember is that the pathway is full of light. So as you trace, go nice and slow so you can absorb the light in the pathway. Da-I, 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 da-I. Die, 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 greatest love. Just feel the vibration coming in through your hand into your heart. Die, 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 die.
And so, how many times do you trace?
What's that?
How many times do we trace?
There's no limit. Yeah, but at least 3 minutes. At least 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now close your eyes and let me just send you a blessing of Da-I. Da-I, greatest love, removes all blockages. Da-I, greatest love. Die, greatest love. Die, greatest love. feel the heart. Thy greatest love, thy greatest love, thy greatest love removes all blockages. Greatest love. How? It just means well done. Good.
Okay.
So, what did you feel? Did you sense anything?
I feel no stress, a lot lighter, and I hold stress in my shoulder, so that that's not heavy in my shoulder area. So that's
Okay.
the main thing. And then I just feel a joy. I
Good.
feel giggly. And I just feel a joy overall. Yes.
That's terrific. Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. What about you, Devin? Did you experience anything?
He's muted right now. I don't know. Let's see how to unmute
It
Devon.
was great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Anybody feeling more relaxed, more calm?
Yes. I feel calmer because that's when I have that release in my, where you hold your stress or your whole tension. I feel
Right.
that's like gone.
Right.
Like
Okay.
literally.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And did we get any comments from anybody listening to it?
I don't see any comments at the moment, but thank you so much. I think a lot of some people will watch the replay, so please put in hashtag replay if you're watching us on the replay. And if you have any comments, please place them in the chat or any questions for Moneca. Please feel free to do so. So thank you so much, Moneca. That was very inspirational. And I do appreciate you taking the time. I know you could be anywhere on a Friday evening, and we're so happy that you could be with us and share the practices that brought you through your entrepreneurial journey to create your company, Radiant New Era Wellness. And I had on the ticker, we had your website listed. So if anyone wants to reach out to Moneca regarding the practice that we just did or anything that you may be experiencing with any blockages, money blockages, financial blockages, business blockages, please do reach out to Moneca, as she has gone from her experience in being in a chronic illness state to now being vibrant and functioning, fully functioning.
Yes.
So that's very exciting to hear, and then having your own practice.
And if you go to Radiant New Era Wellness under upcoming events, I am offering a breakthrough from pain new class that's starting in November. So that all the information is there.
Oh, great. And there's also an opportunity to subscribe to download your ebook.
Yes. You're welcome to download my ebook, which talks about love, peace, and harmony. And it talks about the, how to remove blockages using love, peace, and harmony, which is a soul song.
It's a what song?
It's called a soul song.
Oh, okay.
So instead of using calligraphy, you could simply sing this soul song all day long, and it would help to remove blockages.
Oh, awesome. That is phenomenal.
So that's my ebook. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciated it.
Oh, you're welcome, Moneca. Thank you so much for being a wellness coach and expressing to us experiment and what we call a practice. I assume you call it a practice, a treatment. So we just received a treatment tonight.
Absolutely.
It was a great treat for us. So thank you so much. And as always, be, do, and have the greatness that you desire, because the greatness is within you. And as Moneca has shared with us this evening, we can get to that higher vibration for where we need to be in our life and living, in our business, and our finances. So thank you so much, Moneca, for sharing that with us this evening.
Thank
Any
you for
last
having
words that you would like to share, Devon? Any final?
It was great. Thank you, Monica, for coming on. I learned a lot, and I think with learning new things, you have to be open minded in order to let those things in. And it was really interesting. I'm gonna do some homework and find out some more about it. And if you guys are listening, yeah, you could definitely log on to Monica's website and find out more about what she do, how she do it, and potentially work with Monica to release your blockage. And look forward to seeing the great things that's going to happen in the future.
Thank you so much. And any final words for you, Monica?
No, that's just, again, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week on Power Fridays Live. And you have a great weekend. Thanks so much for joining. Take care and be blessed.